Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Listen Bitch podcast. I'm Brandon Lynette, your Christian mindset coach and the host of this show. This is your go-to destination for unlocking your full potential and embracing the extraordinary possibilities within you. This is a journey of self-discovery and empowerment as you explore that transformative power of stepping into greatness. Come into alignment with your God-given power and gifts, unleash your soul, and learn to co-create a life that you love. As you become the writer of your own destiny, in this podcast, you're going to find the inspiration, the practical tips, and the sometimes abrasive nudge to take the leap of faith towards your dreams. You are in the right place. Buckle up so we can unleash your inner badass. Make sure you support this mission at listenbitchdonations.com. Scroll the show notes. If you want to change your life, scroll the show notes. We are anti-pharma around here. So I have some 0-ingredient vibrotactile patches to help you replace all the shit in your medicine cabinet. And then I also have a link in here to get your blood tested for your omegas. Omega 3 and 6, if they are off balance, you are fucked. So a lot of these issues that you are having, it's probably because of this. And it's such a simple fix and such a simple answer that your doctor's not going to tell you about it. So check out the notes and then let's tune in for today's show. Today's episode is modern day slavery. So we're going to talk a little dirty truth here, because every empire that has crumbled did not fall because the enemy was stronger. They fell because the people got comfortable. Okay? Netflix and DoorDash. That's us. As long as I got my latte, as long as I have Wi-Fi, as long as I have my phone, as long as I have Starbucks, as long as I have whatever could deliver shit to my door, I will keep my head down. That, my friends, is the beginning of slavery, a culture that worships comfort, absolutely ripe for takeover. You don't have to burn books when people are too busy binge watching to actually read them. Like, ask yourself, I love you guys too. I fucking love you. But when is the last time you read a fucking book? When is the last time you read anything besides the comments on the internet, right? So you don't have to chain a man when he is already shackled to the illusion of safety. You don't have to outlaw free speech when people are too scared to speak because they might lose their job or their followers or their reputation. So here we go. Comfort looks like peace because it's quiet. It asks nothing of you. It tells you, shh, don't rock the boat. Don't rock the boat. But peace isn't silence. Peace is alignment. Peace is what shows up after that obedience and that courage have literally done their job. And I've lived this in my life. I have lived this. I've said hell no to nonsense. And I've watched just my friends and my clients and I just watch people choose peace by avoiding the conversations, by avoiding their calling, by avoiding their potential, avoiding the posts that they're scared to publish or even scared to share. Some people are even scared to comment, and then they wonder why they're anxious at 2 a.m. Like, that is not peace. When I say what I am feeling, it is a sense of freedom. When I speak my peace, I feel at peace. What you're doing is just numbing out your nervous system. And you're hitting a wall because your body is literally begging you to move. It is begging you to take the action, to say the things, to do the things. And I've listened to people. They call the left useful idiots with their antics, with their rhetoric. But the truth is, like, we're all useful idiots at this point, all of us. And like, we're literally being mocked as they're feeding us the slow death and these obvious, ridiculous lies. So before I get any further, I do have an announcement tonight. I probably should have put that in the title. I do have an announcement. I need you guys, if you have not subscribed to my email list, okay, to my love letter, really, I need you to do that right now at brandonlynette.com, okay? You can see this in my show notes. If you're Facebook Live, it's literally my Facebook name.com, okay? Because I'm doing a hard launch of a new podcast. And I want you guys to see the first episode. I am dropping it tonight. Like, as soon as I'm done recording, I'm going to finish up all the stuff and it's launching. And I'll be sending out the link in an email. That's where you're going to get it. So this is my official coming out party of the Boiling Point. Okay. Faith and Fire. It's a name we landed on because that's exactly where we're at. Literally, personally, politically, spiritually. Boiling point is when that pressure builds so high that silence, apathy, or comfort can't hold it anymore. That's it. We're living in a world where faith is mocked, politics are reshaping freedoms, and families are being tested like never before. So people are angry, exhausted. We're done with the sugar-coated bullshit. You guys know I'm so great at that. That pressure, those headlines, those attacks on values, that nonstop cultural chaos, that's the heat. And heat will always lead to a boil. So that's why the name fits, right? We are not simmering anymore. We are at the boiling point where conviction meets that confrontation, where truth is demanding a voice and where playing safe is no longer an option. Okay. Episode 1 coming out tonight. Get on my list ASAP for a sneak peek when the link is live. Super excited to introduce you guys to my co-host as well. Okay. I've got a partner in crime. He is so much smarter than me, he's well versed, okay? And he definitely has like that podcast voice. Like, it's very intimidating. Just incredible. He's incredible talent. He's actually a well-renowned and heavily sought after podcast coach, okay? Yeah, I probably could learn a lot from this guy. But no, he's incredible. I've known him for a very long time. I will talk about our origin story at some point on the podcast. I'll let you guys know how we met because it's so funny. It's one of my embarrassing core memories of the hard launch into network marketing. So I'll tell you guys all about that. Tune in though, because I posted a video on my Facebook page today and you guys need to watch it. You need to watch it, you need to share it, and you need to tag your state representatives because we are being lied to our faces. And it's literally so obvious that either like they're not even thinking that we're dumb at this point. They just know we can't do anything about it. That's how ridiculously obvious that this lie is. Okay. So let's get back into this, you guys, because I mean, here we are with this comfort versus freedom and trading freedom for security, like literally is the oldest scam in the book. Okay. And that's literally what we're told, right? Like, don't worry, we're going to keep you safe. Just give up a little more control. Just hand over a little more privacy. Just agree not to offend people. And every time we take the deal, every time we've taken the deal, we lose both. We lose comfort and we lose freedom. That's it. Literally, they're both stripped away. And we're so fucking blind or ignorant or too soft to speak up. You mask up, you shut up, you sit down for safety, and suddenly you're living under mandates that aren't ever going away. I literally still see people with masks on in their car driving. You let schools comfortably handle morality and your kids come home fucking confused about their gender and their faith and their country. You let government hand out checks because it feels easy. And now everyone's just so fucking dependent to even question where the money is coming from. Comfort zones don't just rot people alive. You're a fucking slave. And it's rotting a nation right now. A country that is built on sweat and grit and conviction we cannot survive on consumer sedation. You either get comfortable being uncomfortable or you get ruled by people who don't give a fuck about your comfort in the first place. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't give a fuck about any of us. And as long as we keep choosing comfort, we're not just losing our freedoms. We are raising a generation that never even knew what freedom felt like. That's fucked. That is the real tragedy here. That is fucked. And now we're dealing with this counterfeit peace versus that real peace. The counterfeit, the bullshit story that you're telling yourself is that you're calm because you're avoiding. And it's that quiet that comes from postponing the hard thing. Like whatever that hard thing is for you, whether it's the conversation or the boundary or the bold decision. Like, yeah, that will feel really good right now. Trust me, I have other shit to do that's going to feel a lot better than this, but it's going to cost me later. Cost me my legacy, cost me my voice, cost me my peace. And it's that real peace that we want. We're steady because we obey. There is an afterglow of doing the right thing, even when it's fucking scary. And that afterglow is like sitting on me right now. Like I've got it because I'm not keeping anything. There's not a lid on anything. Brandon Lynette is loose and wild and free. keep don't take that the wrong way. Brandon Lynette's out there, okay? Zero fucks given, and I say what I feel. Whatever the moment is. Some people understand me, some people don't, and I don't give a fuck because that's not my problem. That is not my problem. I've also been the person that sat on content or hid the content because I didn't want the comments. And I told myself, I'm keeping the peace, right? I love everybody. I'm keeping the peace. I don't want to upset people because there are people I love everywhere on every little bit of the planet. But then my spirit is fucked. It's torn. It's twisted. It's like torturing your inner soul. Like we're trying to snuff out a light that can only burn. And then you're exhausted. Like you're weirdly exhausted from doing nothing. And how many times have you bitches told me, like, I don't do anything. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's because you don't do anything. It's because you're not stepping into your potential, because you're not allowing your soul to step into its pure potential. The day I hit publish and said exactly what God put on my heart, we know when that started, okay, Irina. And I'm not going to forget about you, babe. I'm not going to forget about you, okay? I hold you close. I'm going to watch the situation, okay? I'm going to help all the little Irinas that I can in this country, because what the actual fuck? But that day I hit publish and I said exactly what I wanted, the backlash came. It came, and it came hard, and it came fast. And I'm going to be honest. I slept really good that night. Peace is not the absence of conflict. You understand? It is the presence of obedience. Those people that are out there going to war with their beliefs and their values, they're sleeping really good at night. Really good at night. Core values in alignment with Christ, okay? Core values in alignment with Christ. Those people are sleeping really good because they are allowing their potential to live and to thrive. Suddenly, like, you're just numb. You're fine, but you don't feel fire. So numb is your new normal. Like you're not alive right now. And here you are. You're going to keep praying on it. You're going to keep praying on this for 6 months when God has already told you to step up. Or the bargaining, right? I'll be bold after the kids are older, after the launch, after I feel ready. As soon as I know that the world isn't going to turn their back on me. What are you waiting for? Or maybe you're just hiding out in nice, like you're calling it kindness, but it's really just that you're scared. I've not been unkind in the things that I've said. In the truth that I've spoken, it is not unkind. If we really cared about people, we would get them mental help. We wouldn't sign off on the delusions. We wouldn't continue to support the bullshit. We would put our foot down and set boundaries. You know what happens to kids that don't have boundaries? They're apeshit fucking crazy. That's what we've done. We haven't set the boundaries. And then now that you're just like in this cozy little place, you're just in this era of overconsumption. You know? These are all things that have you sitting on the fucking bench. And I love this. I literally can coach you in minutes on how, with a simple flow, I can help you get through this. It's very, very simple. But you have to be present and you have to decide. Step 1 is decide. Obedience isn't about earning the love. It's not about the works. You already have that. You already have the love. You're not here to earn it. And it's how you carry that love into the real world. Every time I followed a nudge I didn't want, apologizing first, saying the unpopular truth, sowing kindness when I felt super tight about it, I've had the same outcome. Absolutely, my knees are shaking. I get nervous. But then on the back end of that, it is absolutely solid peace. You understand, God will meet your very bold steps with real peace. Not always applause. Like, fuck the applause, but peace. And I know you're tired. Like, there's a different kind of tired, and rest and comfort are not the same thing. right? Rest is something that's going to restore your power so that you can obey. Comfort is just you avoiding responsibility so you can postpone what it means to be obedient to God. And it's another very simple tactic. You want to test this. Then after you rest, do you feel clear? Do you feel brave? Because that is the real test. After comfort, are you feeling foggier and more behind? That's that counterfeit peace. That's the bullshit. That's what's keeping you in slavery. You guys, I keep knocking my microphone over. I'm telling you, listenbitchdonations.com. Why don't you help a girl get a mic that's attached to her desk, okay? And not sitting on her box, all right? Just help a girl out. It's not that, we're fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. You have to think of courage like lifting weights, right? It's even if you do little reps, if you do it every single day, something big will happen for you. Say the thing in the room that you usually hold back, like one sentence. Post an opinion without the 6-paragraph disclaimer. You don't owe anybody an explanation. Literally, what are you doing with your life? All of my salespeople on here, why don't you just ask for the sale instead of hinting at it? Set a boundary and don't over-explain. Maybe if you're getting closer to Christ, maybe you need to start praying out loud with your kids or your spouse, even if it feels awkward. And the first time I prayed out loud with my husband, yes, awkward. Very awkward. It gets easier. Everything's weird at first. Everything. Do like that 1% scarier move a day. And in 2 weeks, like you're not even going to recognize yourself. You're going to have the afterglow of peace. And you're not even going to need my Lumi patch. Okay. Yes, I have a patch for beautiful skin. I have a patch for that. 0 ingredients for everybody. I love it. In fact, I just got some in the mail. I think that's what's in here, you guys. But that's it. Do that 1% scarier move in a day. Just 1%. We're not trying to go for straight A's. We're not trying to get crazy. We're not trying to overwhelm ourselves. Let's see what I do have in my goodie bag today. I just picked it up at the post office. Oh, that's for Daddy. Mommy got Lumi patch. Okay, this is for great glowing skin. And then, bitch, this is in my purse all day long. All day long. And I will tell you, I forgot to put these on today and we were in a super time crunch and I asked my kids to do something like twice, very specific, very clear instructions. They didn't do it. I was like super snappy and I'm like, wow, why am I so snappy? I put my patches on. That's why. Keeping the peace by never addressing the hard topic is teaching your kids that truth is dangerous. Also, I do have the link to these patches. Okay. I know it has nothing to do with this conversation, but why wouldn't I tell you about this? Okay. Big Pharma sucks. Okay, prescriptions suck. Like everything sucks. Just get these patches. You're gonna thank me later. The link is in the show notes if you need it on Facebook or over here. You guys just message me. Blah. Okay, but yeah, keeping the peace. You're just teaching kids that truth is dangerous. And isn't that kind of what we're supposed to think right now? Is that truth and speaking out is dangerous? Like show your kids these brave conversations with love and clarity. You're raising warriors. We don't want to raise professional avoiders. And all of you, I have so many people on here that are literally in the online space. You're working the business. So stop promoting the safe offer that bores you to death because you're literally just bleeding your brand dry. Build the offer you would bet your name on it and price it like you have a fucking backbone. Safe doesn't scale. Alignment does. I get it. Lukewarm just feels polite, but it's useless. So speak the truth in love and let people be uncomfortable. God can handle their feelings. You are responsible for obedience, not optics. Not optics. We're slaves. We're useful idiots. Like that should make you uncomfortable. That should make you more uncomfortable than the comfort that you've buried yourself in at this point. Like we're useful idiots. Yes, you're a useful idiot if you keep your mouth shut against other useful idiots. Yes, you're a slave because we are just like feeding the little rats running the cogs in the machine. Okay, we're feeding them everything. Get uncomfortable. Get pissed off first because how sad is that? That's it. If you're not going to take a step in your potential, just say that. Just say, I'm a slave. I'm a modern day slave. I'm everything they want. I'm stuck in consumerism, my face in my phone. Comfort zones feel really good because nothing's required. But nothing required means nothing grows. You guys are out here. You're supposed to be raising a family. You're supposed to be building the business. The world is super loud. Nobody needs your nice. They need your clarity. They need your clarity. They need you to be courageous. Most of all, they need you to be consistent. Choose the kind of peace that comes after the obedience. And that's the peace that the kids can fill. You know, that's the peace that anybody that's going to work with you or buy from you, like that's the peace they can trust. And that is the peace that you're going to be able to sleep in. And I mean, yes, it's a warm blanket, but staying here in this space, those blankets are going to suffocate you. Safe jobs, safe opinions, safe faith, all traps. You think you're protecting your family, but you're just teaching them fear. That's it. You're babysitting your own fucking excuses. You think you're walking with God, but you are standing still on the path he told you to run. And I am talking to you guys. If you're not doing something to move the needle, you're not in your potential and you're not walking with him. You're just not. He gave you this incredible gift. He gave you this gift of everything he's ever done. He orchestrated every moment in your life for you to be in this moment right now. Right now. You can't raise warriors from the fucking couch. You can't build a kingdom from this little box of fear. And you're definitely not serving God when you're bowing down to your comfort. How good do you feel? Because you're literally rotting alive. And the price of staying where you are is your future. If you want your family or your business or your faith to thrive, if you want to have a legacy, you better be willing to get uncomfortable. We don't want the predictable. We don't want the familiar. We want the sharp edges. You're literally staying safe right now, put you in a coffin. You're just in a coffin. Safe, 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 safe. My opinions are safe. My faith is safe. Because you're a slave, like literally people are going to bury you alive while giving you that applause for being stable. I've seen it. Bitch, I've lived it. The soul doesn't die with one dramatic explosion. It dies in all the tiny little daily compromises. It dies when you stay at the job you hate because the paycheck feels safer than that calling that scares you. It dies when you swallow your opinions in a room because you would rather fit in than stand out. It dies when you show up to church and clap on beat, but never once do you come out of that building and live like God asked you to risk anything. Safety is not success. Safety is slavery, and it is costing you your aliveness, your essence, your soul. You're squandering your soul. That safe job is not safe. It's eroding your fire. Clock in, clock out, convince yourself it's responsible. Deep down, you know you have sold out. You have sold out. You are not building a legacy. You are babysitting someone else's dream. Your voice rots when you silence yourself, when you're afraid to offend anyone. Why do we think the truth is offensive? Because we're useful idiots. Because we believed it. Silence is not protecting you. It's ensuring that no one will ever know what you really stood for. That's it. So what you're doing now is you're taking up space and you're adding to the echo chamber. You're just an echo. You're just a fucking echo. Are you feeling attacked right now? Are you feeling attacked? I mean, if you're raising kids, if you're building anything that matters, if you're carrying any breath in your lungs, that comfort zone is literally the most dangerous place you could live. Safest place you can live is in your potential. That's it. Like, make the scary stuff something you can conquer. And a lot of people, like, you think you're avoiding the risks. The riskiest game you're ever going to play is dying with regrets. And you're literally like my fellow people, okay? My believers, you're literally risking your eternity. Because do we get a ticket? Do we get in if we wasted our potential here, if we squandered it, if we played safe, if we stayed silent? Like, I feel like he would be so disappointed that day I stood up to him and he would just be like, you didn't even try. You didn't even try. I'm going to keep posting the raw truth. I'm going to do it online because I'm not afraid of the judgment anymore. And now, you know what's going to happen is my audience is going to shift and I will receive the tribe that actually resonates with who I am. I am celebrating every single person that unfollows me because the more room I make for God's people, the more people that are going to come into that. And that is literally blind faith. That is blind faith. Everybody has a risk of having a business flop. Start the business anyway. Otherwise, what are you going to do? Time is going to go by, and where are you going to be? Are you trying to play safe in your marriage too? Because getting real in your marriage is uncomfortable too. Then you're never going to have real intimacy. It'll just be surface level tolerance. And what does that show your kids? Like a marriage based on surface level bullshit? Failure is cheaper than playing small. So I say try the things and mess up, get really messy. Failure just costs ego. That's it. It stings. And then you get a chance to regroup and then you grow. But playing small, now we're talking about your destiny. So yeah, nothing's going to sting you right now, but it's going to gnaw at you. It's going to be like the thorn in your side for the rest of your life because you're going to know and you're never going to feel good. You're never going to feel good. And I've watched these bitches spend thousands of dollars circling dreams. I've watched it. Never jump in. Never jump in. You think you're being wise. You have to take the risks. You have to stand up. I've delayed shit. I talked about a podcast months before I did it. I talked about querying agents months before I did it. And I wasn't saving myself pain. It just prolongs it, you guys. It prolongs it. And the day you finally pull the trigger, all you're thinking is like, I can't believe I was fucking afraid of that. You guys, every single thing I do, I have this, it's just what I do. I freak out. I freak out so much. And I'm like, babe, I'm so scared. I tell Ben all the time, like, I'm freaking out. I'm nervous. I'm scared. This is going to suck. Like all these situations. And you know what happens every fucking time? And he's so great. Like he's very patient with me because he's just like, yes, yes, yes. Like he lets me get it out. And then when it's over, I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Didn't kill me. I have a bruise. It did not kill me. Right now, in your slavery era, in your fucking useful idiot era, you're losing years, you're losing money, you're losing influence, and you're losing respect. You're losing self-respect. You're losing self-respect. Playing small, falling into that consumerism trap, feeding into the bullshit they want you to feed into. That's the most expensive lifestyle you'll ever choose. You're not just paying with all the missed opportunities. You are literally paying with your soul. And what you refuse to risk, you're never going to receive. And I'd rather fail 1,000 times publicly chasing what's mine than succeed one time at living someone else's life. And it happens. It happens all the time. Babe, comfort zones feel good, but they rot you alive. Real peace, right? We know that. We know this now. Real peace is going to come after obedience, after being brave. It's not going to come from hiding. Politically, every time a culture bows to comfort, it trades freedom for security. And then what does it end up with? Fucking nothing. They get no freedom. They get no security. We experienced that. I don't know if you were here for that whole fucking COVID era. That was bullshit. Personally, safe job, safe opinion, safe faith. That none of that protects you. It wastes you. You're a fucking waste. This is such a bigger price tag than just failing. Slow death. You're living a slow death and you're going to die a slave or a fucking useful idiot. Really. You have a family. Carrying faith should actually mean something. Faith. You can't have faith and fear. They don't fucking coexist and they don't work together. So you have to choose. And that faith means something. Step out, risk it, speak it, build it, live it. That discomfort is temporary. The cost of comfort is everything. Modern slavery doesn't come with chains. It comes with comfort, the quiet addiction to fucking convenience, the surrender to the system that doesn't serve us, that doesn't give a fuck about you, and that will silence the truth because it costs too much. Every day we stay comfortable, we're handing our freedom. We're handing over our families. We're handing over our future. We are squandering our legacy. If you can see it, you are responsible to rise because the cost of staying comfortable isn't your life. It is your legacy. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.